The Territory War series is a Worms-inspired turn-based artillery strategy flash game series developed by AfroNinjaProductions, in which you control and position a team of stick figures to defeat an opposing team of other stick figures using various weapons that the series has to offer. Speaking of weapons, the TW series has featured many weapons throughout the series, and one thing I noticed about them is that some of them are based on real-life weapons. On this webisode of Flash Game Arms, I'll be researching, covering, and speculating on what real-life weapons are featured in the TW series. Just to let you guys know, I'm not a weapons expert, and I may not be 100% correct with my speculations, so keep that in mind. Now, most of the weapons in the TW series are real, and some weapons like the pickaxe can be considered weapons, but for simplicity of the video, I'm sticking to conventional weapons only. The series also features fictional weapons, but I will not be covering them in this video. This video only covers the real-life weapons that appear in the series. The gun in TW1 appears to be based on the M1918 BAR. You guys can see the similarities with the receiver, sight, stock, handguard, mag, barrel, and flash hider of the gun sprite. That's it for TW1. Next up is TWO. The rifle seen in both TWO and TW3 is obviously the M1918 Browning automatic rifle. You guys can clearly see the resemblance with the receiver, sights, stock, handguard, mag, barrel, and flash hider of the rifle sprite. The grenade seen in both TWO and TW3 is obviously the Mark II grenade. You guys can clearly see the resemblance with the body and fuse of the grenade sprite. The impact grenade is obviously the M26A1 grenade. You guys can clearly see the resemblance with the body and fuse of the grenade sprite. The TW Rocket Launcher appears to be based on the RPG-26. You guys can see the similarities with the tube, trigger assembly, and sights of the rocket launcher sprite. That's it for TWO. Next up is TW3. The Magnum appears to be based on the Colt King Cobra. You guys can see the similarities with the frame, hammer, cylinder, grips, sights, and barrel of the Magnum sprite. The Mortar appears to be based on the M224 Mortar. You guys can see the similarities with the cannon and base plate of the Mortar sprite. The TW3 Rocket Launcher is obviously the RPG-7. You guys can clearly see the resemblance with the breech, grips, sights, heat shield, and rocket of the rocket launcher sprite. The acid launcher appears to be based on the T148 flamethrower. You guys can see the similarities with the flame gun, hose, and canister backpack of the acid launcher sprite. That's all of my real-life weapon breakdowns and speculations for the entire TW series. I made my speculations based on whatever I could find online. If you guys have your own speculations on what real-life weapons are seen throughout the TW series, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, Shawn Tanner, if you're watching this, I hope you can give us some behind-the-scenes info about the weapons in the series, and maybe do some fact-checking on my speculations too. It would really help. This concludes this webisode of Flash Game Arms. Hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
Cut!